Alright, as you can kind of tell, this is the woods. There is like a small path here, but that's really just because of like, it's been worn down from people walking on it, I guess. This is one of my like favorite places to go, like if I'm lost, and you can probably just come down here, walk around and find me somewhere. You see, the trees here will take in the CO2 through their leaves, and they will give out oxygen. And that's one of the problems I think that we would face if deforestation would continue, is that there would be a lack of oxygen and too much carbon dioxide. Because like if you cut down too many trees in one area, I think that might give people might get more breathing problems because of the smog and lack of oxygen. And a lot of these like trees and stuff down here fell from windstorms and whatnot. Like this one I know fell from a windstorm. But really, there's also a lot of forest life that will be killed in the process. And it's kind of like when you're driving, well, here's an example. Me and my mom were driving down the road, and we were delivering Avon, and we saw a deer in someone's yard, like in their front yard. And there were not many like forests around where we were. And so now I'm just kind of thinking that is probably an effect of deforestation. Because the deforestation, like they take away the woods from this creature. And so now it has nowhere to go but out into the streets. And this could also put in danger a lot of drivers because of the animals running out into the streets. There have been sightings of a couple foxes roaming around the woods, or the streets, here in my neighborhood, at night. We've come home one time, and there was a bunch of possums in our trash cans. It's just like, that, I think the thing with the fox is that it might have, I don't know, but it might just be like rivaling foxes kicked it out or something. I don't know, I'm not an expert on foxes, but take mountain lions, for example. And I know we did the whole deer-lion thing in science, so I'm going to bring up that. If there is continuation of deforestation and industrialization, then if the deers in that area become too scarce for the mountain lions, they would travel to try to find more sources of food. And therefore, they would probably be going out into the streets and into the towns, and they could be possibly like terrorizing people, just like freaking them out of their skins. But really, the mountain lions would soon begin to travel into the streets, and so that again would be dangerous to the public, because depending on how starving they are, they might possibly attack people. So I think that it would be better to do like a selectively cut, and kind of like what they do in Switzerland, where if you cut down a tree, you have to plant another one. And as you can see over here, it's kind of like really overgrown. And I like that. I like it. I really do. Because that way, like, I know that it is natural over here. And so I wouldn't really be that upset because of how overgrown it is. I mean, like, right here, like some deer tracks. If this forest was cut down, these deer would have nowhere to go. So they would wander out into the streets. And when I'm down here, I see a lot of deer tracks. This could be from the same deer, from just one deer, or an entire herd of deer. So I remember at Camp Curran in 5th grade, they were saying about how deer have now become more intelligent. And they will step into each other's tracks to try to make it look like, so that like hunters or predators will not know if it is just one deer or multiple. You just heard that. I don't know if you can from this camera, but I definitely heard something scurrying. Now remember, I have no idea what it is that I just heard scurrying because I only heard it, but I could hear something scurrying. But, here, look. Look. A beautiful, definitely beautiful eastern box turtle. Look at the color on its shell. Is that not beautiful? It is a bright, fluent orange. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful turtle indeed. Is it not? These, if deforestation occurs, we may not be able to find it all. I mean, they're rare right now. It's hard to find turtles. Trust me. This is the only the 4th turtle that I found in the woods in my life. And remember, I come down here practically every day. So things like these will become harder to find, and maybe possibly never being able to find if they go extinct. So this is Jenna, signing out. Stop deforestation and cut down on climate change.